Have you ever felt like you've hit a wall? A moment where everything you've worked for seems to crumble? Where the path forward is shrouded in fog, and the weight of the world is squarely on your shoulders? If you've ever felt that way, I want you to know, you're not alone. We've all been there. But what separates those who stay down from those who rise again? It's a single, powerful, yet often invisible force: resilience. Today, we're not just going to talk about resilience as a buzzword. We're going to dive deep into what it truly means to be resilient. It's not about never falling. It's about how you get back up every single time. It's the quiet voice inside you that whispers, just one more step, even when your legs are shaking. It's the stubborn belief that this moment, this struggle, does not define your entire story. Let's think about a rubber band. When you stretch it, it experiences stress and tension. But when you let go, it doesn't just go limp. It snaps back to its original shape, sometimes with even more force. That's a perfect metaphor for human resilience. Life will stretch us. It will test our limits with unexpected job losses, heartbreaking personal setbacks, and moments of profound self-doubt. The real question isn't whether we'll face these pressures, but how we'll respond when they're released. Will we snap, or will we snap back? I remember a time in my own life when I felt completely stretched to my limit. I had poured my heart and soul into a project, working late nights, sacrificing weekends, convinced it was my big break. And then, in a single afternoon, it all fell apart. The funding was pulled, the team was disbanded, and I was left standing in the wreckage of my own ambition. The initial feeling was devastating. It felt like a personal failure, a direct reflection of my worth. For a while, I let that feeling consume me. I felt lost, adrift without a purpose. But then, something shifted. It wasn't a sudden bolt of lightning, but a slow, gradual dawn. I started to look back, not at the failure itself, but at what I had learned in the process. I had learned how to lead a team, how to manage a budget, how to pitch an idea with passion. The project failed, but the skills I gained were mine to keep. That realization was the first step. I started to see the setback not as a dead end, but as a detour, a painful but necessary lesson on my journey. That's the first pillar of resilience: reframing your perspective. It's about learning to see the opportunity within the obstacle. This brings us to the core of building resilience. It's not something you're born with. It's a muscle you build, and like any muscle, it requires consistent training. The first exercise is practicing. When you stumble, what's your immediate internal monologue? Are you your own harshest critic, replaying your mistakes on a loop? Or are you a supportive friend, acknowledging the pain but reminding yourself that it's okay to be imperfect? Treating yourself with kindness during tough times isn't a sign of weakness. It's essential fuel for the journey back up. The second exercise is cultivating a strong support system. Resilience is rarely a solo act. It's about having people in your corner who you can be vulnerable with, who will listen without judgment, and who will remind you of your own strength when you've forgotten it. These are the people who will hand you a flashlight when you're lost in the fog. Who are those people for you? Make a conscious effort to nurture those relationships. A simple phone call, a shared coffee, a heartfelt conversation. These are the threads that weave a safety net strong enough to catch you when you fall. Let's look at some real-world examples. Think of J.K. Rowling. Before she gave us the magical world of Harry Potter, she was a single mother facing countless rejections from publishers. Each no could have been a final blow. But her resilience, her unwavering belief in her story, turned those rejections into stepping stones. Or consider Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years of imprisonment. His situation was the epitome of hopelessness. Yet he emerged, not with bitterness, but with a vision for unity and forgiveness that changed a nation. His resilience wasn't just about surviving. It was about transforming his suffering into a force for immense good. Their stories teach us a vital lesson. Resilience is deeply connected to purpose. When you have a why that is bigger than your current struggle, it gives you the strength to endure the how. What is your why? What drives you forward? Is it your family? A creative passion? A desire to make a difference in your community? Connect with that purpose daily. Write it down. Put it on your wall. Let it be the North Star that guides you through the darkest nights. It's the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life try to pull you under. Building resilience also means focusing on what you can control. So often, when things go wrong, we get fixated on the external factors we have no power over. The economy, other people's decisions, sheer bad luck. While it's important to acknowledge these things, dwelling on them leaves us feeling helpless. Instead, shift your focus to your circle of influence. You can't control if you lose your job, but you can control how you update your resume, how many new connections you make, and how you take care of your well-being during the search. You can't control a past mistake, but you can control your apology, your actions moving forward, and the lessons you choose to learn from it. This shift in focus is incredibly empowering. It moves you from the passenger seat of your life back into the driver's seat. Let's make this practical. Here's a small challenge for you this week. Think of a recent, small setback. Maybe a presentation didn't go as planned, or you had a disagreement with a friend. Now, grab a piece of paper. On one side, write down your initial, negative thoughts about it. On the other side, consciously reframe those thoughts. For example, instead of "I'm a failure," try "This was a learning experience." What can I do differently next time? Instead of "This is a disaster," try "This is a temporary problem, and I have the tools to solve it." This simple exercise, practiced regularly, can retrain your brain to default to a more resilient mindset. And remember, taking care of your physical health is foundational to your mental and emotional resilience. It's all connected. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you moving your body in a way that feels good? Are you nourishing yourself with healthy food? These aren't luxuries. They are non-negotiable parts of your resilience toolkit. You wouldn't expect a car to run on an empty tank, so don't expect yourself to navigate challenges without proper fuel. The journey from struggle to success is never a straight line. It's a winding road with hills, valleys, and unexpected detours. Resilience is the suspension that makes that bumpy ride bearable. It's the inner strength that allows you to absorb the shocks without breaking down. It's the belief that even after the longest, darkest night, the sun will rise again, and when it does, you'll be there to greet it, a little stronger, a little wiser, and ready for whatever comes next. The struggles you face today are forging the strength you'll need for tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future conversations. Remember, you are more powerful than your setbacks. Keep going.